on a
So here's how to remove the door
Impreza.
panel.
This is 2005
Impreza.
vintage. This is 2005 vintage. Real quick, what we're going to do, this little part just pops off. We pop that off. Pop off just the outside part of the door handle. The door handle part stays in the door. And then there's one screw in here that you undo. Pop this out, unplug it, and then pry behind it. Behind the weather stripping. The weather stripping stays on, and you just pry behind it here. Pop, 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 pop. And it pops out, lifts up. So let's take a look. Sorry for the lighting conditions here. So this one just pops right off. Don't need any special tools, you can just hand pop it. This one you can get with a little screwdriver. There's a little slit right here that you put your screwdriver in to pop it loose, like so. And it feels like it's gonna break. So that was a horrible sound, but it doesn't break. It's designed to just pop out like that. Down in this well, pry open this cover to expose the screw. And after that screw is removed from in here, just sort of pry it up. Like that. And then there are a couple of electrical connectors in the bottom here that you'll need to unplug. They've both got sort of safeties on them, so you have to push down on this to unplug this, push down on that to unplug that. Now you just work your way around the door, popping it loose, starting at the bottom. If you don't have a special tool, you can just use a putty knife wrapped in a rag. Again, it sounds like you're breaking it, but you're not. And make sure you're doing this inside of the weather stripping. There's some weather stripping, there's weather stripping over here, so you leave that alone and pry inside of the weather stripping. Weather stripping stays on the door. And once you've got all the poppers off, voila, there you go. And then just reverse all those steps to put it back in. Now before you try to put your door back on, you want to make sure that none of these little pieces popped off, and it looks like a couple of them stayed stuck in the door, so I'm gonna have to put them back onto the door panel. They're not broken, they'll just pop right back in. Sorry, it's dark in here, but that's what it looks like. So you just clip the little white piece into it like that, and just hang it in there and pop it into place. So we make sure it's aligned and start popping it. Pop, pop, middle one, pop. Just make sure you have clearance all the way around for your weather stripping. And then just pop in like so. Beautiful. And we just hook up our electrics. Click, click. Yours might be different if you have more fancy stuff than I do. And this just pops back in, pressure fits. We put the screw back in this hole, pop the door handle back on, click, click, boom, good. And then we put the, whatever this is called, the old triangle, back up here, just pressure fits on. And there you go, back to normal.